Hey, beautiful collective, welcome back, welcome back. Thank you all for joining me here. I hope that you are all doing amazing. Let's get directly into your messages. Your kinship, your group. Compassion. Self-acceptance, talent guides, spirit mentors and teachers, telling you there is going to be peaceful pursuits and happy times ahead. Okay? So get back into balance here, because you're creating something new. You're creating something new. And you have your kinfolk and your archangels, your talent guides, helping you get back, center your energy, because you are creating something new here. And you got heartfelt gratitude for whatever it is. Family. It's putting you in the flow, whatever it is. You are being enlightened. You are letting go of whatever. You are changing. You are becoming something new. You are becoming something new. And it seems as if your angels, your kinfolk, and your spirit guides are helping you to become something new. Okay? So, whatever it is, you're going to be happy here. You are focusing in on your enlightenment. You are focusing in on your happiness. Look what's going on. Maybe, maybe you were trying to change. Maybe you were trying to make something out of somebody. That's a frog with a crown on. So maybe you've been trying to turn somebody into Prince or Princess Charming, but they're still a frog. Do you know what I'm saying? You can put a crown on a frog, but they're still a frog. Maybe you saw this person's potential, but maybe they didn't see their own. Your spirit guides told you to retreat, and you're listening. You have grown so much spiritually, and it's like you're getting back into harmony with your divine guidance, and they're helping you manifest. This is an answered prayer. You're standing in your truth and your integrity. It's like, I can't show that picture. Oh my goodness. So, you're giving your heartfelt gratitude here for your spiritual growth, for your guardian angels. This is you knowing your worth. You are good enough. Okay, so maybe it's that you were trying to turn someone into Prince Charming or Princess Charming, but they were actually a toad. You know what I mean? Wearing a crown, but they might not have been a real... you know what I mean? Maybe you were trying to change who they really were. They are what they are. I mean, just know that you're loved. So, your angels are helping you work through your feelings and helping you step into your power. It's like things are lightening up and you're taking inspired action. You needed to reveal what needed to be seen. And now it's telling you to reflect on your priorities and leave the past behind. Okay? You can't turn a frog into a prince. Okay? You can't turn a frog into a king or a queen or an emperor. The frog's a frog. And you're seeing that. Be proud of yourself. You are worthy. So maybe you felt like you didn't see this at first, okay? Maybe they didn't see your worth. Maybe they didn't see your value. But I'm pretty sure that maybe you didn't see your own worth. Okay? And it's like, maybe they were lying about who they were. You know, maybe they were lying about it. Maybe you wanted this relationship to work out. Like, maybe you were in denial for a while, but you're enlightened, okay? You're enlightened now. You see clearly. Okay, and it's almost like you're getting yourself back into balance. Okay, so you're letting the past go. Now, you could have ended up feeling foolish, but I think it's them who ends up feeling foolish. You could have felt foolish, but you trusted your intuition, your instincts. Okay, so for a time, you may have felt foolish, but you're no longer a fool. Maybe they're the ones who feel foolish. You know, it's like a double-edged sword. So maybe you thought this was your soulmate, and maybe they were, but maybe they didn't express their appreciation for who they had. Like, maybe you tried maybe they were selfish. Maybe they were arrogant. And maybe you thought that this person was your wish fulfillment, but it seems as if you had to stand up for yourself and know your own worth. Like, look, I'm telling you. I don't know, did you try to, like, thinking you saw their potential, but I don't think they saw yours. You know, they could have been all dressed up here, but they're still a baby. They're still a baby. You know what I mean? They're still a child. It's like they have a lot of growing up to do, okay? They have a lot of growing up to do. And maybe you simply outgrew this person, okay? And maybe you got enlightenment. And maybe you got enlightened to who they truly were. Like, they could have been very selfish, all about me, self-centered, very immature. They might have been looking like a prince or a king or a queen on the outside, but on the inside, they're very immature. And it's almost like you're not accepting their half-hearted efforts anymore, okay? You know, you can't deal with the devil here. You have to take your power back. You were worthy all along. This person has a lot of growing to do, and they got a lot of lessons to learn. And they had a lot of dark thoughts and negative energies. And it's almost as if you tried to, like, maybe you tried to change them. Maybe you tried to make them feel like a king or a queen, but they're a child. Okay? Inside, they're a child. It's like you needed to put yourself as a priority. Okay? That's what you're doing. Like, you can't have an empress and be dealing with a child. A page. Even though they might have been dressed up as a king, well, that's because they were around your energy. You know, when they were around your energy, they might have been a king or a queen. You know, but without you, they're a page. And there's nothing wrong with being a page, but when you pose as a king or a queen and you're a page, that's a problem. Okay? So, I don't know what's going on here. Like, I don't think so. It's almost like this person wanted you to beg them or something. They got a little too high on themselves. That's what they did. I want you to know this, though. Without your energy, they're back to being a little toad. Okay? Like, the reason they came off like a king or a queen was because of your positive energy, because of you. And they might have felt like a king or a queen, but inside they're a page. They got a lot of learning to do, okay? So, they got a lot of lessons to learn. Okay, so the thing is here, when they were around your energy, they might have been really shiny. You know, they could have been shiny, they could have been polished, they could have wore a crown. But that's because they were surrounded by your energy. This is weird. And this person thought, what? This person thinking that they could end something. See? Like, come off it. Come on. Like, that's not even a night. Like I said, they're a knight with a wand. Give me a break. It's like this person, they may have been a poser. They could have been posing that they were a king. But you see how they degressed? They went from kingship or queenship down to knight, down to page. Not the other way around. Like, page, knight, king. They went in reverse. They went from being a king to being a knight, then to being a page. or a queen to a page. You know what I mean? It's like when they were around your energy, they were a bona fide king. But when they left your energy, like they're being demoted here. They're trading down. That's why Spirit said move on. Like, focus on your own priorities, because this person was a heartbreaker. And I think that you tried to enlighten them, and I think that the ancestors tried to enlighten them, but you're the one that ends up enlightened. Like, I think Source could have saved you here. They could have hurt you, but they could have done you a huge favor here. Cycles, you know what I mean? See? They were supposed to be an emperor, okay? But when they betrayed you, they could have been an emperor. Okay? To your Empress energy. But when they broke your heart, it's like they're being demoted. They go from like emperor to king, but they really never were an emperor. Had they learned the lessons, they had the potential to be an emperor. They had the potential to be an emperor or an empress. Take it as it resonates. But when they broke your heart, it's like they did it in stages. Like I said, they wear the crown, but what's inside is a page. That's what it is. I mean, I think that with your positivity, your energy, you may have saw the potential in this person. You may have saw what they could have been. But they had to learn those lessons. Like, they have to learn these lessons. It's like they were called, but man, their actions spoke differently than what they said. Okay? And I think that this person, I don't think they put in the work, and I think that they actually fought you. And I think that you were like some guardian angel to this person. Sincerely. And so give heartfelt gratitude for the lessons. It's like I think you were settling. I do. I think that you were trying to raise this person up to be the best that they could be. I think that you saw this person's potential. But I think when they were around your energy, they became they were at their utmost best around you. Like, you believed in this person. You truly did. You believed in them. You saw a potential in them. But they were called, but they didn't answer the call. They were called to step up to the plate. They did not make you a priority. They made themselves like, it was all about them, but teamwork is where it's at. Like, they thought the grass was greener. That's what they thought. They turned their back on you. That's a frog. That's not a page. That's not a prince. That's not a knight. That's not a king. And that's not an emperor. They had the potential to be it. But they didn't live up to their potential. They did not. They were called. So this person betrayed you. And they hurt you. For what? Sexual energy. Well, you were putting in all the work. You know, that's that knight in shining armor crap. The good with the gab. They look all polished on the outside. That's a gaslighter. They know exactly what to say and when to say it. That's the knight in shining armor. That's the charmer. You know what I mean? That's someone charming. A charmer. You know what I mean? So anyways, you spirits, like, you have kissed enough frogs, and you ain't gonna turn them into no knight in shining armor, because this person was gonna betray you. They're a page. They're a page. This person traded down. That's what they did do. I don't know if this person believed in their own potential. I don't care. But you were to prioritize yourself. Now it's like about you prioritizing you, because I think you've spent enough time on this person. And I know you tried to raise them up. And I know you saw their potential. But you were the leader. But I don't think that they saw your worth. I don't think they saw your value. And maybe they saw your value, but they didn't see their own. And maybe you did try to change them. You know, like maybe you believed in them more than they believed in themselves. But I can sure tell you that they regret missing this opportunity with you. It's almost like this person, they got too biggity on themselves. See, they jumped a step here. They went from like, they thought that they were going to be emperor because they were with your energy, but their actions did not show that they were an emperor. Or an empress. Take it as it resonates. Their actions showed that of a page. And even though you saw their potential, they got all biggity here. They got like, this is a charmer, a silver-tongued devil. You know what I mean? Figuring they can charm you and lure you, and but let me tell you that it was because of your energy that I think they was on their best behavior. I really do. And then their old ways started creeping back in here. Look, that's a gaslighter. Started to become very mean, cold, controlling, manipulative. Oh boy. That's why they're being demoted. Let me tell you, it's their loss. Losing you is their loss, not the other way around. Like I said, you've kissed enough princes or princesses. The next one, make sure they are who they say that they are. Like, it's not up to you to, like, they gotta put the work in. They gotta do the work. They have the potential to be whatever they want to be. But Spirit is saying, leave the past behind. You have a guardian angel. Maybe you were their guardian angel. I don't know. You believed in them, but I don't know if they believed in themselves. It's their loss, not yours. You may have hurt because you really wanted this to work. You'd invested a lot of time and energy and emotions into this person, but guess what? They're still a frog at the end of the day. And that's why it's important for you to make yourself your own priority. Because these are time wasters. They'll leave you drained at the end of the day. It's like, nope, you started listening to your guides. You were listening to Source. It was because of your power, okay? Because of your power that they even got to elevate this high. And then they turn around and turn their back on you and betray you? It's their loss. It is not your loss. It is their loss. Take care.